Hello guys, Maokate here, thank you very much for watching. So today I'm gonna be showing you some replays from ladder that I played against overload opponents, which happens quite a lot, honestly, but some of the matches that I won, because I usually lose against level 12 and such. But anyhow, it's against the Royal Giant, the first one, and the second one is gonna be against Giant Balloon. And the first one is of course really hard to handle when the Royal Giant is level 12 or 13. In my situation, of course, if you're under leveled, if you're in arena 6 or whatever, and you have the Royal Giant in front, you can still handle doing the same math that I'm doing with 2 or 3 levels behind in terms of rares. That doesn't mean that you cannot handle those pushes, guys. Okay, you just have to be smart, using your card efficiently, and your elixir is a lot more scarce, and the mistakes that you might do can be punished a lot more. And you have to be aware of counters to your cards that are usually not counters, like zap killing minions, zap killing your princess if you have one, and so on. And before anything, I want to apologize for not uploading any tournament gameplay, because lately I haven't played any. I have this chest opening here, a big one, 3600 cards, and I would gem this chest, but there are no other tournaments ongoing right now that are interesting. And if there are some, I might do it before these 4 days, 8 hours. But if not, you're gonna be seeing this. Of course, I'm gonna make a video for you to be able to see what is inside this chest. But for now, we're gonna just see some ladder gameplay. And the deck I'm using in ladder is the one that you see on the screen right there. Is the Payfect, or whatever you wanna call it, with the 3 legendaries and the mini P.E.K.K.A. Of course, I understand that most of you guys might not have all these cards. And I'm gonna try to upload as many games as I can with different decks that don't have legendaries. But right now I'm training. I'm trying to do my best and getting used to decks that I can use in tournaments, because I have big tournaments really soon. And you'll be able to see at least how the interactions go on. And if you have some of those cards, you can always try it out for yourself. So first I'm gonna hide the screen here, so you don't see the outcome before the game starts, even though you might guess what's gonna happen. But anyhow, let's go into the first game, which is against the Royal Giant, as I said before, and it has a Sparky, which for you guys might mean some mixed feelings, because I know that everyone loves Sparky and most people hate the Royal Giant. So this deck, from his point of view, is it's really mixed feelings, so it should be fun to play. So right there, I'm gonna pause just for a second for you guys to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, I start with the Ice Wizard in the middle, not because it's a good play, but because I don't have anything else. The Miner is not in my first cycle. The Fireball is not there to punish the Elixir Collector, and I see the Sparky there, and I don't have too much to do. If I just wait, I cannot just wait. So if I have 10 elixir, I have to do something, and I cannot punish the elixir collector. So I'm gonna try to deal some damage to the tower, and at the same time to deal some damage to Spark. He shouldn't have any elixir, as you can see he doesn't. Okay, so taking out my princess should be hard. If he places minions or goblins, I can take them out with the Ice Wizard and the Zap. So everything has been thought about, or at least it has been instinctive, but I didn't expect what is gonna happen, which is this. Bam! His zap killed my princess. So right there, sorry, I didn't want to quit, of course. Right there, I know that the game is gonna be hard, guys, because if he has a zap that's, I think, has to be level 12 or 13 to take out the princess, level 2. So that means that I'm gonna be in a big disadvantage handling all these pushes, because the princess is a big part of taking out the barbs and all this stuff. So let's just go there. I start with some goblins at the back, just for them to reach the bridge and distract the Sparky enough for the mini P.E.K.K.A. to be played. Then just zap all this stuff and take out all the units that he deployed. Of course, he should have done something different. He assist with the barbs. That's one of the first mistakes, but not the biggest, that this player is gonna make for me to be able to handle, or at least to do anything in this match. And you see that he's playing level 13 cards that I'm having really hard time just dealing with. But with an Ice Wizard or just Cannon with goblins, cheap stuff can take out the biggest threat whenever they deal a lot of damage. And here I forget that the zap can kill my princess, and I go for it again, which means that I have to deploy the ice wizard as well as some goblins to defend all the just the stupid attack, because it wasn't really an attack, it was just barbs. Just to deal with barbs I had to do all this stuff, and I'm in a really big disadvantage in terms of elixir. We have the same HP, but that doesn't really mean too much in this situation. And I can fireball this elixir collector, sorry, but since it's too higher level, it wouldn't be that big of an impact. And I'm scared of a miner, that's why I go for the princess there to take out these minions. And he wastes a zap, because in a way he didn't have to deploy this princess at all. But in this situation I'm still confident that I can deal a lot of damage to his tower, and he defends these goblins with his royal giant, which is actually pretty stupid, guys, because as you can see his royal giant is almost dead. Just a fireball with the barbs to take out everything, which shouldn't happen. And those goblins were so much value, even though they weren't told to do what they just did. They dealt with this royal giant almost alone, for nothing. And the spark is there don't make much sense in the way that Tiger Frank is deploying them, but just this right there, royal giant level 13. I have to be careful. I don't really know how to deal with that big of a threat. It's not possible, but with some zaps when the spark is gonna hit, and with some fireballs when the barbs are deployed as well to take out everything, I'm able to stabilize for the moment. But I know that I cannot win the game waiting that much. I have to make some risk. I have to take some risks, and this is the first risk. I'm trying to deal as much damage to the tower as I can, and right there, even if he is able to defend to that things, guys, I had the fireball, and I had enough time to cycle again to this fireball if it was needed, to cycle again to the miner if needed as well. But even with the 2 fireballs only, I would have been able to take out the tower. So with 900 HP he should have defended the miner and everything else with enough efficiency, so his tower doesn't drop under 500 HP. If it happens, I was going to win this match, but I doubt that he was thinking about that too much. The point is that the big decks that Tiger Frank and similar players are using, like here with big cards, not small, without small cycling stuff, they are really hard to adapt to a fast meta. That's why I and most people are playing fast decks in this trophy range, if they are not too high leveled, because you can make people force people to make mistakes and use their mistakes a lot more efficiently. If I had trifecta deck, even if I have 2 elixir advantage, stuff like that, I cannot use it right away to make a big push, a counter attack, whatever it is. It's usually just slow exchanges and so on, and slow exchanges against stronger cards cannot be done efficiently. So let's go to the second replay. It should be right here. Alright, so from the other player's side, Stefan from Rising Phoenix, I of course don't know what he's gonna play. I expect to see an elixir collector more often than not. It's played in the front, which means that I can take it out with the princesses if needed, but I just gonna go for something simple, miner with some goblins to see what happens. Nothing special. The elixir collector is out, the goblins reach the tower. Everything seems to be very okay for now, but I didn't expect what's gonna happen right there, which is giant on the bridge, balloon behind. I don't have an ice wizard, I don't have anything to deal with this. I cycled to the ice wizard, sorry about that, but I don't have minions or musketeer or anything, so I have to be creative there, and I just have to use the fireball to take out the giant before the balloon goes to the tower, and of course damage the balloon as well. But even though I did all this, the tower got a hit, and I'm in a disadvantage right now. So I have to play smart. I have to be able to cycle and try to deal some damage, and leave my ice wizard and cannon always in my deck for the giant balloon. Anything else should be dealt with other cards. I cannot use the ones that I just mentioned. That's why you see I'm putting some goblins that don't really make sense to be there, but I'm just cycling and I want a fireball, barbs, or anything else that's meaningful to be fireballed. I have to place the Ice Wizard there, but in any situation I don't expect him to go for the giant balloon on the other side, and if he does, I'll have to just cycle again to it. So there are some barbs for no meaningful reason next to the tower, that's why I fireball all that stuff. And right there, look at the barb with no HP at the back. That barb is doing so much damage to that mini P.E.K.K.A that is gonna kill it with the skeletons later on, and I have to distract all this stuff with Ice Wizards and the cannons, but it's just painful to watch because it doesn't really go anywhere. I'm able to defend, but he has a princess hitting there for at least 2 times, and the arrows, so he has an advantage at the moment. And in double elixir, you know who has the advantage, right? It's always the giant balloon player. So I'll have a hard time winning here. I forget about the elixir collector, and I go for the tower. Now look at the impact range. First, I didn't expect him to expect me to go for the tower. I expected him to place his barbs right there when I fireballed, and I expected to kill them, but he went for the defense, which was the correct play there, as it looks like. And I wanted this fireball to hit the barbs, but they just missed, which means that I had the game almost lost, because I don't have, he just says wow. For me it's really bad manners to do that, because of course it's a mistake, but there's not much I can do at the time. I just try to kill the giant as fast as possible and deal my damage spells as fast as possible, cycle to a fireball again and just fireball all this stuff, which he even said well played before finishing the game, expecting the balloon to take a hit there. But I know that I have to take the giant before the balloon. The balloon is easy once the giant is dead. It's not that it's too easy, but I can go for the Ice Wizard, I can go for other stuff. Here I don't even need to place anything else. I can defend just with that, and then the Ice Wizard is enough to take the minions as well. So I'm doing right there, I'm doing fine. Since the Ice Wizard is tanking the princess, I can use the goblins without taking any damage. And here I misclick. I make a big misclick there, placing the Ice Wizard. Just a second. Ice Wizard in the front. I wanted to place the cannon, which would have won me the game easily, because as you can see the counter push there is huge. But since I placed the Ice Wizard, it's not that bad of a thing, because at least it's slowing the balloon, but I need to waste the zap there. And unfortunately I have enough time to take out his tower, but it was a pretty 2 big mistakes with the fireball and with the Ice Wizard there, which could have costed me the game. So obviously most of the games that I play and at these kind of levels don't go this way. Like look at this one here against a similar deck that before. I just get punished because I cannot do too much against these levels, and sometimes I use against people that don't even have that high levels, so it's always back and forth in a way. But in ladder the competition is mostly against the cards of other players instead of against their skill, which is what doesn't motivate me to play ladder that much, but it's there. I need crown chests and such. It's interesting to see where I can reach it, but it's like a mini game against like the computer, where you don't play any spectacular matches, but you just have a stronger oppositions. Like, you know, when games like StarCraft or whatever, or Civilization, you play against the computer that just has triple the spawning rate that you have, and has 2 cities more or 5 workers more or whatever it is, and you just try to beat the system. You try to beat the levels in this situation. You try to win against the decks, not against the players, because the players are not that spectacular, and I want to compete against people that play at that level, and that's why I would prefer to play as many tournaments as I can. But unfortunately with this chest like this, unless I spend around $30-40 a week in the game only for that, I don't think I'll be able to speed up, and I don't need more cards. I think with the cards that I have right now it's enough. So that would be it for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Wow, it's ended up a really long video at the end, but Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the replays, and I'm gonna try to upload tournament gameplay as soon as I can. And hit me in the comments whenever you wanna share something with me, and subscribe of course to the channel for more Clash Royale strategy videos. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I wish you a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever you have in your time zone. Bye bye.